Everybody, today we are going to look at the fluctuation in energy. The last class we were discussing about the fluctuation in the number of particles in the Grand Canonical Ensemble. Today we look at the fluctuation in energy. We know mean energy of the system, which is U or E bar, this sign over E that shows the mean energy, that is sigma rs Es. Since we are taking mean energy, we have Es here, exponential minus alpha nr minus beta is over sigma rs e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta er. Now we are taking the derivative of this mean energy with respect to beta, keeping z and v fixed. Okay, z v fixed. So this alpha will be, this thing will be fixed. Okay, this thing will be fixed, and this beta, this volume Es, actually Es corresponds to the volume V. Here the values of Es are determined by volume. Since V is fixed, this Es is fixed. So I am partially differentiating this with respect to beta, so that is 1 over sigma rs. This is minus of sigma rs Es square. Es is already present there, and when we partially differentiate this with respect to beta, minus Es will come outside, so that minus here in Es square, then plus, since we are applying, since we have beta both in the numerator and denominator, we have to apply the product rule. So first we kept this constant 1 by sigma rs e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es, that was fixed. Then we have this sigma rs Es e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es, that is fixed, and this is differentiated. So we have this minus 1 over sigma rs e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es square, and then we differentiate this. So we have this minus sigma rs minus Es, okay, as we differentiate with respect to beta, minus Es e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es over this. So these two terms, the first one is actually this minus, this common factor here, minus comes outside, sigma rs Es square e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es over this, and this is square of, since we have two terms having sigma rs Es e to the power minus alpha nr minus beta Es here, we have square of this. So these are the two terms that we get. The first one is the mean value of the square of the energy. This is mean value of the square of the energy. The second one is mean value of energy square. Okay, so I am taking negative sign as a common factor here. So this will be mean value of the square of the energy minus mean value of the energy square. That is equal to minus delta mean value of the square of the fluctuation. So mean value of the square of the fluctuation, we started from dou by dou beta of the mean value of energy. So we get the mean value of the negative of the mean value of the square of the energy. So mean value of the square of the energy is minus dou E by dou beta, that is equal to, when we are converting this into temperature, beta is 1 by kT, so this will be kT square. Okay, this is kT square. Actually we will have minus 1 by kT square dou T here, that negative sign will combine with this, so we have kT square dou U dou T, where Z and V are fixed. Okay, so this is the mean value of the square of the fluctuation in energy in the Grand Canonical Ensemble. Now U, the mean energy, that is a function of temperature and number of particles. Okay, it's a function of temperature and number of particles. So du, the change in the energy, that can be written as dou U dou T, Rn and V are fixed, dt, dou U dou N, T and V are fixed, Tn. Okay, so this way we can write the mean value of the energy using the rules of the calculus. Here U is function of T and N. Now I am taking dou U dou T Z V. Okay, partial derivative of U with respect to temperature Z and V are fixed. du is this. So as I take it, I will have dou u dou t and v here, dt. As we can consider this as being divided by dt. So this dt goes, and here I will have dou n dou t. Okay, dou n dou t zv. So this is what dou u by dou t zv is. So this is equation C and this is equation B. Okay, so now we know n, the average value of the particle number in the system, is minus dou by dou alpha of the log of the grand partition function, or q potential, minus dou by dou alpha of log grand partition function. And u is mean value of energy is minus dou by dou beta of log of the grand partition function, that we know when alpha and v are fixed. Okay, so dou n by dou beta, I am partially differentiating this with respect to beta, so that will be simply minus dou square dou beta dou alpha log z. Okay, where alpha, beta, v, these are fixed, and this is dou u dou alpha. I am partially differentiating this with respect to alpha, that will be minus dou square dou alpha dou beta log z. So as we look at the right hand sides of these two equations, they are actually same. The only thing is the order of differentiation is different. Here we first differentiate with respect to alpha and then with respect to beta. Here first with respect to beta and alpha. So that order is immaterial. So the right hand sides are equal. So I can say dou n dou beta alpha v, and alpha and v are fixed, is dou u dou alpha when beta and v are fixed. Okay. Now I am writing beta as 1 by kt. So this will be minus kt square dou n dou t, and z and v are fixed. Okay, z actually corresponds to alpha because z is e to the power minus alpha. This thing is dou u dou alpha. Alpha we know that is minus mu over kt. So dou alpha is minus dou mu over kt. So I am changing this differentiation partial derivative with respect to alpha from with respect to alpha to with respect to mu. Okay, by using this conversion. So this is minus dou u dou mu kt when t and v are fixed. Okay, so dou n dou t. So from this, k is here, k is also here, t square is here, t is also here. So from this I can write dou n dou t z v is 1 by t dou u dou mi tv when t and v are fixed. Okay, so we have the equations for dou n dou t. Okay, so here in equation B, when we calculated the mean value of the square of the fluctuation, we have this kt square dou u dou t. For dou u dou t, where z and v are fixed, I am writing this. Okay, I am substituting this equation C. Okay, and for dou n dou t in equation C, we have found out that is equal to 1 by t dou u dou mu tv. So that I am substituting here. So I have the mean value of the square of the fluctuation energy is equal to kt square dou u by dou t, and then we are fixed dou n t and we are fixed 1 by t dou u dou mu. So this is the first term is kt square cv, kt square into specific heat capacity at a constant volume. Second one is kt dou u dou n dou u dou mu. Okay. Now I am writing this dou u dou mu as dou u dou n dou mu. Okay, I am writing it in this fashion, dou u dou n dou mu tv, because we know kt dou n dou mu, that is equal to the mean value of the square of the fluctuation. So kt is present here. So if I have this dou n dou mu here, I can write it as mean value of the square of the fluctuation. So mean value of the square of the fluctuation in energy is now equal to kt square cv is dou u dou n square. Okay, because we have two dou u dou n here, so dou u dou n square, and this kt dou n dou mu, that is mean value of the square of the fluctuation. So that is written here. So mean value of the square of the energy is equal to this, and this term is basically kt square cv, that is the mean value of the square of the fluctuation in canonical ensemble. Okay, mean value of the square of the fluctuation in energy in the canonical ensemble. So I am writing here delta E square bar, which is the mean value of the square of the fluctuation energy, and CAN denotes it is canonical ensemble, and rest of the terms that is here. So this is the mean value of the square of the fluctuation in the particle number in the grand canonical ensemble itself. So this formula tells us that the mean value of the square of the fluctuation in energy of the system in grand canonical ensemble, that is equal to mean value of the square of the fluctuation in energy in canonical ensemble. This is for canonical ensemble, plus a contribution coming from a fluctuation in fluctuation in number of particles in the grand canonical ensemble. Okay, fluctuation from the particle in the particle number n. So we can write it as a sum like this. Okay. Now we can show under ordinary circumstances relative root mean square fluctuation if you take the square root of it. Okay, if you take the square root of it, we will have RMS fluctuation, root mean square fluctuation, and then we divide it by the mean value of energy. You can see this will be in canonical ensemble, we show that is very small, this is negligible, and this also is very negligible. This energy is proportional to the number of particles. Okay, so if n is very large, this will be very small. So anyway, the relative root mean square fluctuation in the energy or energy density, and I'm forgetting energy density, is simply divided by the volume. Okay, we just divide it by the volume. So if you are dividing this with the energy, here we have the density, particle density, and this will be small, this also will be particle density, we have already seen that is very small. So the relative root mean square fluctuation in energy or energy density in the system, that will be practically very much negligible.